Let's test your morality. After a rough year, you and your best friend decide to go to a tropical island for a vacation. After a long day of traveling, you both make it to the hotel room safely on the island. You both take in the beautiful scenery, but also take in how everyone is being very nice to the both of you. Since you got to the hotel around 9 p.m., you both decide to go out for some drinks. While partying and drinking at the club, you both realize how many people have walked up to you and asked you guys about where you're from. After about an hour or two of this, you both decide to head back to the hotel to just get some sleep. After making it back to the hotel, your best friend passes out due to the amount of alcohol and how tired they were. You stay up for about another hour or two while scrolling on your phone. About an hour into scrolling on your phone, you hear about 4 to 5 men having a conversation right outside your door. You quietly get closer to the door so you can hear the conversation better. You hear all of the men planning on kidnapping you and your best friend and taking your lives and selling your organs on the black market. You quietly rush over to your best friend, trying to shake them awake, but it's clear that the alcohol has taken over and they're not getting up. Men outside are now picking at the door lock, trying to get it open. The men outside your door are seconds away from getting the door unlocked, and you know by the time that you walk over to try to relock the door, they would have already opened it. There's a window right next to you, and you know that you won't have enough time to try to grab your best friend and get them out the window. You have seconds to make your decision. Do you jump out the window, running away to try to get help, saving yourself, but knowing that you're leaving your best friend behind and you may never see them again? Or stay to wake your best friend up to get out, knowing that you most likely will have to fight off 5 men with weapons in order to survive.
You see, me personally, I don't ever travel without some type of weapon on me, whether it's a boom boom, a pew pew, whether it's a pew pew or a shink shink. You feel me? So like, and then I'm too paranoid to stay at hotels. I'm really too paranoid to stay at hotels. So if I'm staying at a hotel, I'm putting stuff on the door so they can't open it. I'm doing all type of different stuff. I'm staying and fighting in order to survive. Hey, if I kill 5 of them, I kill 5 of them. As long as I kill one of them, I'm good.
Let's test your morality.
I'm good. I'm protecting my friend. I'm winning. I'm just him. I'm God. What? I'm not God. God, I'm sorry. God, please. God, don't strike me down. I'm him. That's it. Fuck my friend. Yo, you a bad friend. I can really tell who you are, bro.
Let's test your morality.
Next one.
You and your significant other are parents to a 12-year-old child.
Okay.
You're overall a happy kid, but for the past week, you've noticed that they've been coming home with bruises and seeming depressed. You and your significant other are worried, so you both decide to have a talk with your child. That evening, you both sit down with your child and ask what's going on. They tell you that every day for the past week, another kid in school has been beating them up and stealing their lunch money. You and your significant other are extremely upset and tell your child that they will talk to the principal Monday morning. Your child is very thankful and heads to their room for bed. The next day, your child asks you if they can go to the corner store to buy some snacks. You agree that they can go, and you and your significant other stay home to cook dinner.
Okay.
About 10 minutes later, your child rushes in through the front door, disheveled and in shock. You ask them what is wrong, and they tell you that as they were walking to the corner store, they bumped into their bully. The kid then grabbed your child and demanded all their money. In defense and an act of rage, your child shoves the bully as hard as they could. The bully was unable to balance themselves and flew back, falling head first on the concrete floor. Your child immediately saw blood and panicked. There was no one around to see what happened, so your child ran home. You are in shock and tell your child and significant other to stay home while you walk down the street. As you get to the location, there are already police and many people standing around. You ask someone what happened, pretending you don't know, and they tell you that someone found a child on the sidewalk, no longer alive. Your heart sinks and you turn around and walk back home. Your child is in tears and they tell you that they didn't mean to push them that hard and they don't want to be taken away. Your significant other stares at you, letting you know that whatever you choose, they will back you up. Do you call the police, telling them the truth about what happened, hoping your child will be spared of prison time since it was self-defense? Or tell your child to lie about leaving the house, aware that there are no witnesses that saw what happened, giving an alibi for your child, but knowing that the deceased child's family will never get closure on what happened?
You see, that little nigga should have never been a dickhead to my kid. I'm lying. Fuck him. He should have never been a dickhead. That's his lesson. He tried to be a dickhead. Now he's out of this world forever. Like, save me a trip to the principal's office. Fuck that little nigga. Next vid.
Your morality. You are a judge who's picked for a domestic violence case where you determine the verdict. The case involves a woman who brutally tortured her husband for 5 hours prior to taking his life. The case is pretty clear-cut, but there's more to the story. The case file also includes multiple reports where the wife was hospitalized on multiple occasions due to the attacks of her husband. The husband was charged multiple times, but only received a slap on the wrist due to his family being in law enforcement. If the wife is found guilty, she will face the death penalty due to the premeditation before the murder. If you find this woman not guilty, this will open a door to many women who are currently in...
No, listen. Her husband abused her and she killed him. I think she's not guilty.
In prison for murdering their husband due to malicious intent to try to get their case overturned. The trial is now complete. I think she's not guilty. Time for you to make a decision. Do you
is she
find
black?
A woman guilty of her crime, making her...
She never said the race. Does it matter?
An example that just because you were abused does not give you the right to take the life of someone, disregarding her being a victim of abuse for years, or find the woman not guilty due to the previous domestic violence reports and failure of the justice system to properly prosecute her husband for domestic violence.
That's weird.
Opening the door for many other women to try to get their case overturned by claiming domestic violence even though they murdered with malicious intent. Let's test your morality.
Man, all I'm saying, look, listen. He should have never been a bad person. Yo, bad people deserve what they have coming. Like, if they die in the worst way possible, that's on them. They should have never been a bad person. He should have never been a dickhead. He should have never been abusive. Abusers don't get no pass. I don't give a fuck if you got brutally by a big buff black man named Timothy. You deserved it, bro. Since you want to be abusive. One more left.
Let's
after
test
this.
Your morality. You and your sibling are considered inseparable and do everything together. You also have a significant other who you're newly engaged to. You are home alone late one night since your significant other is at work when you get a call from your credit card company that you share with your significant other. They tell you that a recent transaction was done for a stay at a hotel for tonight and wanted to make sure it was a legit transaction. You are confused and tell your credit card company that you didn't make a transaction for tonight and to cancel it. Your credit card company declines the transaction and you hang up the phone. After a couple minutes, you start to have a bad feeling, so you change your clothes and head to the hotel where the transaction was made.
Okay.
You get to the hotel and inform the clerk about the transaction and give your significant other's name. The clerk tells you that your significant other is staying at the hotel and gives you the key since you both share the credit card. When you get into the room and open the door, your heart sinks as you see your significant other and sibling together. You are in shock, and before they can apologize, you leave the hotel and cut ties with them completely. A year passes, and even though both of them feel horrible about what happened, your sibling and significant other stay together and seem happy. You have completely moved on in your life until you get a phone call one day. On the other end is a doctor calling from an emergency room on behalf of your sibling. The doctor explains to you that they found your number in your sibling's phone and your sibling is currently in critical condition. The doctor further explains that your sibling was attacked by their significant other, your ex, and needs an emergency kidney transplant in order to survive. The doctor wants you to come down to the hospital to get tested to see if you're a match because they don't think they'll be able to get another one in time. Put your feelings aside and go and get tested. Giving up a kidney in order to save your sibling's life if you are a match, or not get tested, knowing your sibling might not get a match in time to survive, but refusing to go through a difficult surgery in order to save someone who betrayed you.
Man, so look, bro. On one hand, my brother fucked my bitch. I can't let that slide. On the other hand, if I don't save my brother's life, he's dead, and that's going to weigh heavy on me. But knowing me, I'm going to hold that grudge forever. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. He should have never fucked my bitch. He should have never fucked my bitch. That's him. He's dead. He's dead, bro. He should never fuck my girl. I don't give a fuck. You should, nah. Slime, nigga. As a matter of fact, I would have slimed them out beforehand.
Let's test your morality. You decide to take your 15-year-old child and your 8-year-old nephew to the beach.
8-year-old
nephew. While relaxing
nephew.
on the beach, you notice that the ground starts to shake. About 5 minutes later, you and everybody else starts to hear a loud noise, and when you look up, you see a large tsunami coming your way.
You see, I'm just not going to be in the situation. If the ground starts shaking, I'm leaving. Like what? Like what? I have common sense. If the ground starts shaking, I'm not going to be there to find out what's coming up next.
But the tsunami comes in really fast and crashes onto shore. cling onto your nephew and child as the rush of the water takes everyone along with it. As you're uncontrollably moving with the water, you manage to grab onto a tree. You know you cannot let go of this tree because as you look around, you see people crashing into cars and other objects, rendering them unconscious. Because you're also hanging on to your child and your nephew, you know you won't have the strength to hang onto the tree unless you let one of them go. Your child is a great swimmer and has about a 70% chance of making it to another safe location if you let them go. Because your nephew does not know how to swim, they have a very minimal chance of survival if you let them go. Do you let your child go, telling them to find another safe location to grab onto something, knowing there's still a 30% chance that they might not make it, or hang on to your child and let your nephew go, knowing they have a much smaller chance of surviving but not taking any risks against your child?
Man,
let's test your morality.
All I'm gonna say is that COVID had a 60% chance of no survival, bruh. So all I'm gonna say is that, you feel me? He got it, bruh. He got it. My child got a 70% chance of surviving. He got it. 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 Man, fuck both of them. Use them as a surfboard. You are a terrible human being.